Guys, whoever's made have just dropped the best update ever after a long time. The Imaginator is just released today. Let me tell you, it's an amazing update. Amazing update. So the Imaginator in short is just like the Spiral Abyss, which resets after a certain number of days, which is essentially 30 days, and Spiral, which is also increased right now for 30 days. Now, as per the reward wise, this gives you a 620 Primogen, which is higher than previously on the Spiral Abyss by 20, and Spiral, which right now gives you over 800 Primogen. Now, how do you unlock it? The once you log into the game after the update, you'll have a certain quest for this, which you can go and complete, which will be under the monster library. Now, this is the play. This is the Imaginarium Theater which I'm looking at. And let me tell you, this is actually fun and interesting compared to Parabis. And let me tell you, it's the easiest event, in-game event you could ever get, and a lot of primogens for free. Now, what is Imaginator essentially? Essentially, is as you can see, is a performance stage-based technique where you have certain number of difficulties, easy, medium, and hard, where you can choose. And the best part of this is you have a couple of advantages compared to Spirabis. One is you have a set of style characters which you are compelled to use, but you can use your characters if you want, or else you can use the character if you don't have it. It will be automatically selected. And the best other part is that you have something called as the supporting cast. Let me tell you, this is the best update best pro of the Imaginator compared to the Spyro Abyss, like for getting just Primogen. The main purpose of this is that you can use one of your friends' character from your friend list if they have set it as support, which you do it from here. If they have set any of the characters as the support, you can use that character for in your gameplay. And the best part is that when you have an absolute cracked friend, which assists, which one of my friend has, as a C6 she win with the bow. And let me tell you, this she does amazing. I mean, how much you can ask? Well, well, as you have seen in that thing, it will have a lot of, as you're saying. So you can use their characters only. You can only choose one character from the list chosen below. But you can that's a very good update compared to the Abyss, where a lot of people struggle to even go to the final stage flow. Of course, other things just you have other sub, but make sure one point though, you cannot use every character which you want. Depending on the theme of that particular event, such as over here, this theme is Pyro, Electro, and Animo. You can only choose those set for particular characters. You can't use any characters you want. Of course, whatever character is available with you, you can use it. Now, once you select your character, it'll ask you, hey, confirming or not. And now, at the start of event, you have the 7 characters as your starting characters. That you should be your character which you build or the trial characters you use. Now, this is how the gameplay looks. You have about 8 stages in total, and in order to make sure you guys record this, this is just a refresher, where it refreshes what is present over here. You have 2 refreshers on time. And let me tell you, as you progress to this act, which is total of 8 acts, the level of that enemy does increase. So as you can see over here, it's a 85, which is the base, and it goes up to 95. You can think that hey, it's pretty hard compared to Super Rabbids, even though it starts at 60 and goes to 100. Let me tell you, with all the buffs and everything you can get, this is a way more easier event to and breeze to go through. Anyway, as you can see, we have a couple of events. One being the Wordless Boom, which is where you can select the buffs you want, such as how each floor in the Spider-Verse gives you 3 random choices. You can choose one. Make sure you guys read to it because some buffs have a longer cooldown, some buffs are instant, and some are based on. Make sure some buffs choose the buff based on your character which you have selected. And the other part is a companion random, which is you whoever character which apart from the starting character, you have other characters which are selected, which are about 11. You can choose one random character which is shown over there when you select this characters. As you can see, from my selector, I can see these are starting characters, and these are 2 characters which I can choose. Of course, but make sure you don't waste your pressure, because once you have selected, there's no way to come back. And this is the currency where you can use to purchase the buffs as well as your companion, which you only get it from doing the main battle, and that is the only way also you progress to the axe. These don't progress to the axe, only these progress to the axe. Of course, you feel like, hey, this is going to be hard. Well, you feel like it's everything is hard. Well, just refresh it. But keep in mind though, you only get two refreshes for the whole event. For the whole event, even if only if you reset it, you get that back. But if you're doing it, you only get two, and there's no way to get it back. Now you have to take in mind some things. So each character has two energy, or called vigor over here. And once you use that character for that particular for the certain stage, they lose one vigor. Of course, there are ways to get it back from the buff section, where there's a chance of getting a particular buff that gives you one vigor to a random character, which can come or appear multiple times as well. So that is a way, but it's RNG, so it could be good, could be bad. But let me give, and apart from that, each has a different levels of flowers gaining. Some normal being the easy one, and hard being the elite one, which will majorly have the bosses or some annoying enemies to go against. But make sure you guys read how the each stage, like some stages have pyro, elements having more affinity or advantage compared to others, and the hazardousness of the environment. This can make a difference, as this could something where you have a character but you can get frozen multiple times. As such, you want to be agile or you want to have a shield. It depends on the thing. And also the other thing about this event is that you also get an additional flower bonus each time, which where depending on whether you can get that achievement, like whether you can satisfy the requirement over here. Anyway, those are the things you need to remember. As you progress to this event, each time the enemies scale up, and once you're done with all the event, one of the you get all the rewards as one shot. Now, is this easy compared to Spider? Absolutely easy, especially the fact that you have trial characters to start with, and you have a lot of buffs to select. As remember, you just have to have the flower. As per the buffs, you can choose as many times you want. Compared to I was just only one time every flow. This doesn't matter. You can choose as much you want. Only requirement is getting the required currency to have to use and buy. Which I will say that you want to start with elite or high level bosses every time you can, if you like, if you can, because you accumulate a lot more flowers. That way you can also get a lot more buffs, which makes the other every stage much more easier, as it helps you a lot. Now those are a couple of things you need to. Now, as for how much reward you get from this event, well, as you can see, it gives you about 620, and over here performance to rewards, which resets every 30 days. Of course, with the Spire Abyss, it's a 15-15 day interval of between this and that you rotation. You have a one-time reward which is about 1100 primogens, along with couple of mora as well as some books for ascension. Of course, you also, this is the only other event which gives you fragile essence apart from the battle pass and everything, and one of the ballot tray, which I'm not sure even if I use this nowadays. But anyway, you get a certain amount of primogens at the start, and after it's just a continuous cycle of resetting the events. But let me tell you, compared to Spyra, which have very low times of getting 36 stars every single time, every single reset, I barely go up to the 12th floor, and sometimes I get lucky and get the 36. Yes, since my RNG a lot of times is pretty bad, and my T conversion is also bad. Anyway, this event is very much easier compared to Spyra, and you have a higher chance of just finishing it up, as you just have to clear all the stages. The major factor of this event is just completing all stages. Doesn't matter how you finish it, you just have to complete it as completed. That's all. Of course, within the certain limit of time, like this one being 75 seconds, just make sure that requirement is always satisfied. And once you're satisfied with that, you'll get that performance reward for every stage. Doesn't matter, like the Spyro is where you have to get that within the time, you have to clear all the things. only then, and you have to get the certain number of 36 stars just to get that all the rewards. No, that's not required over here. You just have to complete it, that one requirement of challenge, one challenge requirement every single stage, and you're good to go. Now, this does definitely has some drawbacks, like one being the reset time. You, yes, it is the same as how it was on Spirabus, but a lot of people, when you see the first I feel like suddenly when you see, oh man, you have to wait for 30 days just to get that. But it does feel annoying, as you have to wait 30 days, as but compared to Spirabus, which just resets every 15 days or 18 days. This is kind of feels like the long wait, but it definitely is more rewarding, as you getting 220 premiums, which are, or one additional pull compared to beforehand. And as time goes on, that is definitely a gain compared to before, especially for a lot of players who are stuck in not able to even get the 36 star, and only able to, not even reach the 12th floor. This is definitely a win on getting a lot of primogens, as well as getting a lot more rewards, and feeling more accomplished. As such, I would say this is definitely a very good move by all of us, especially after the update. Now, now, what are the main pros of this event? Definitely, first is being the companion. Dude, that is one of the best update Hoyoverse has given us. Literally, the fact that I can use any of my friends' character. Of course, if they set it as their main, they set their support, I can use their character, is one of the absolute best game winning thing they given us till now. This helps so much in a lot of stages, even though it's only one character. But sometimes, some stages, you are very much caught on and you're stuck. That one character may be the best, maybe the ease of breakthrough of that particular stage, as such, because it actually helped me to clear two of the acts in the stage, even though as I did not get lucky on my companion selection. As, oh yeah, I forgot to say, when you're getting a companion, you can get companion selection while you complete events. Like every act you complete, as you progress to that, you will get companions as to companion unlocked, but it is randomized, especially how the companionship over here works, which showed two characters. It is also random from your selection of characters. Sometimes it could be bad, as both characters are just supports, and you have no DPS. That time, that particular additional support character, even though that is also RNG of getting that, but it can help you some in a lot of scenarios. This is very easy and best of all, it's for fun. That every stage you complete, whatever character you use, you can actually go and have some talk with them, and they will say each stage that, hi, hey, you can have some test, yeah, some time, relax yourself, and it's actually a good way to make you entertain compared to just be on spiders. You are always predominantly on the time. This is a very much breeze to it, that each stage you can just take a pause. I'm completed. Go and talk with whatever character you finished. Use it for the stage. Have some fun time. Relax. Just enjoy. Then come back. Get complete one more stage. Not like Spider Bus, which is very time gated, and this is a very breeze too. I think, guys, that will be the best update of this, best things of pros about this game. And if you do have better builds, and if you can have good friends who are giving you absolutely bronco characters and builds, that makes this even much more easy to breeze through. But just make sure you guys utilize or optimize your build every time, because you have only two chances per character unless you have a buff, which gives you bigger again back. Just make sure you optimize your team every round, so that you can optimally finish every round quickly and quick within time. Well, that's all from here. Thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe, like. Thank you.